think I'm connected. I'm live. Okay, cool. Hi. I'm just gonna check something because I think I accidentally scheduled 2 live streams at once, and I'm not really sure. I'm sort of a boomer, so I'm just gonna check that I haven't done what I think I might have done. But basically, this is just an impromptu sort of live stream. Yes. Okay. Cool. I haven't accidentally set 2 live streams. Cool. I've done that before. Rather stupid. Okay, cool. Hi everyone. Hi. Yeah, this is I just brushed my teeth, so I'm speaking kind of funny. But I thought I'd do a wee live stream just because I don't know, I just posted my other video and I haven't done a live stream in a while, and I was like, you know what? I'll do this and you can it can be like a Q&A or whatever. But hello. Hi. Yeah, you've been waiting for me? Oh, hell yeah. I'm doing all right. I'm just chilling. Yeah, it's a surprise stream. Ah, is it glitching? Damn, I'm in the room with the good Wi-Fi. So, hell yeah. Okay, I'm kind of anxious actually. I haven't done a live stream in so long. So, yeah, getting nostalgia from the earlier streams. Yeah, I used to do live streams like all the time, and they were really wholesome. I might post about it on Twitter, or I can't really be bothered. I might do that later. Just you guys for the time being. You like my hat? Thank you. Honestly, I'm just wearing that because I haven't had a shower yet today. My hair was really ugly, so I just slapped on a hat. You know, I have a nice jawline. Shush. Thanks. Thank you. It's just here. Actually, recently I've been getting a lot of like acne just around my jawline. I don't know why, because it's just, I don't know, but I've just been getting lots of yeah. How's my eye? My eye's actually improved quite a lot. You can't really see it in this lighting, but there's a tiny bump there, but it's mostly gone. But the other day there was like a bit of pus leaking from it, which is kind of disgusting. But it's a good thing though, because it means that you know, my eye's getting better. Have I had any pushback from other YouTube creators because of my latest video? Yes, I have actually. Yeah. Yeah, I have. I had one YouTuber message me, who DM me, who was really not very happy with me about my latest video. So I blocked them because I was like, no, I'm not having any of this energy. So I tried to speak with them for a little bit, but I was just, the vibe was not a pleasant one. So yeah. But you know, it does. It's a bit like that sometimes. You like my hat? Thank you. What kind of compliments do I prefer? I don't really mind. You know, compliment's a compliment, and that's quite. It's a nice. It's not. It's yeah. I appreciate. Yeah. Yeah. Am I feeling any better mental health wise? Well, no. I'm not feeling worse though. So it's sort of like, yeah, where did you get that style? I'm literally wearing my pajamas right now. And this is my my warm sort of coat because I get a bit cold. So, well, I don't get cold normally, but it's winter. Well, no, it's autumn where I am right now. It's raining. It's cold outside, basically. Yeah. But yeah, no, I just honestly wear clothes that I find comfortable. Comfort is a big thing for me. If I like baggy clothes, partly because I'm insecure, and partly because they're just 10 times more comfortable. And I really like, I don't know, I really like I like Peaky Blinders kind of style. I feel like that's so good. As you can tell with my hat, I actually got this hat before I watched Peaky Blinders. I got this hat when I was like 14 maybe, and I didn't watch Peaky Blinders till I was like 15, 16. I don't know. Yeah, maybe 16. I'm not very good with gore. So Peaky Blinders was a little bit too much for me when I was when I was like 14. It's actually too much for me now. I always have to go like this when I'm watching it. Me and Mum would watch it together, and I'd be like, "Oh no!" Yeah. Um, what is your opinion on the YouTuber Essence of Thought? I know she doesn't like me, but I think that she makes some insightful criticisms. Um, but no, I'm not her favorite person. Um, Mo, can you talk a little about what you know? What you know? Well, sorry, I'm not wearing my glasses. I really should have got my glasses and then like read them. Read them, put them on my face. um, but what was else I was going to say? I was talking about my brain's all over the place too. Because I was talking about style, and I said I like Peaky Blinders, but I also really like I don't know. What else was I don't know. Ah, how did I know I was ace? I think that was what the question was. I kind of I don't know. I've always been. I think I've kind of known I was asexual for a really long time, but I only really claimed that label recently because I don't know. When I was younger, I was like, "Oh, I'm just a kid. I can't really know." But I don't know. I've just never really felt, you know, sexual attraction. So I guess that's how I knew I was ace. um, duh, duh, duh. Sorry, I really needed to wear my glasses. Does having an Adam's apple help you with dysphoria? Yeah, it does. I really like my Adam's apple. It's it's a, source of pride for me because, you know, my Adam's apple is bigger than some cis dudes, and I gotta flex that on them. I didn't know you were ace, but that's cool. Hey, yeah, I'm ace. I'm bi and ace. But yeah. Da, da, da. Do I have any tips with coming to terms with gender identity? I've been having a hard time recently. Yeah, that is a hard one. That was really, really difficult for me. I took a really long time. I had a lot of internalized transphobia, but I don't know. I think it was just kind of a journey of me unpacking a lot of my internalized transphobia and experimenting with my the way I expressed myself, and yeah, I think just yeah, it's a lot of introspection and experimenting, but you'll get there eventually. How did you achieve that voice? I've heard you can speak from your chest, but I can't figure out how to. Yeah. Okay. So here is if you're asking about how to make your voice sound more masculine, which is what I think you're asking, then there are like when it comes to resonating, which is speaking from your chest, there are some exercises you can do for that. I'm an actor, or I was an actor, and one thing we would do, because when you're acting, you want to resonate because you want the audience to be able to hear you, and resonating really helps the audience hear you. Is we would sit back to back with somebody, and we'd speak. And if the other person could feel your back vibrating against theirs, then you were resonating. And it's just kind of like learning to push your voice down into your chest and your belly, and just really kind of I guess feel your own voice and just go I don't know. But yeah, I think the back-to-back thing with another person really does help. If you just go, hey, sit with your back against mine, can you feel my back move? That can really help. And you can tell when someone's resonating and when someone isn't, because if I stop resonating, I'm resonating right now, and I start speaking from up here and I start speaking from my throat, I'm not sure if you can tell, but there's an instant difference in the quality of my voice. It's no longer so, yeah. And now if I go back to resonating, I don't know if you can hear that through the internet, but there is a difference. Yeah. So yeah, and it's just so subtle, but it really does make a difference. Yeah, you can hear it. Cool, cool. And the cool thing about resonating is your voice isn't necessarily even deeper than it was when you weren't resonating, but it still sounds more masculine. And yeah, when I was in drama class, we called it speaking from your diaphragm. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of different ways to call it. We'd call it resonating, but yeah. I'm sorry if you've answered this, but are you / have you been on tea? And if so, how have you felt about it? I am not on tea, and I don't know if I will ever go on tea. It's sort of kind of up in the air for me. I've always wanted top surgery, kind of like my whole life. So I'm going to get top surgery because I'm very certain about that. But I'm not really sure about tea. I don't know. It's sort of some of the changes I would really appreciate, but there are other changes where I'm like, I don't really know. So I think I'm just going to have to wait and see after I get top surgery how my dysphoria is and whether or not I think that's something I need. Yeah. But yeah, it's yeah. Da, 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 da. Right, trying to read some comments. I missed some comment that I wanted to answer, but drop the skincare routine. I don't actually have a skincare routine at all. I don't really do anything to my skin. My skin looks a lot better on the internet than it does in real life. This is a this is a thing. My friend told me it as well. Because people are like, oh, your skin's so great, and then my friend who's like with me in real life was like, it's not nearly half as good in real life as it is on the internet. I think the internet just kind of blurs it a bit, so it looks a lot better than it is. And also I'm 19, so by the time you get to 19, you've usually gotten over the worst of your acne. But yeah. I am a loud person already. I want to sound masculine by resonating, but I don't want to be obnoxiously loud. Tips. Yeah, I mean, there's a difference between projection and like projecting and resonating. I am resonating right now, but I'm not projecting. My voice is not very loud. Projecting would be like, hello, like making your voice sound loud. But when you're resonating, your voice can actually be really, really soft and really quiet, but it's still, you're still resonating, So, yeah, it's like, yeah. Yeah, it's interesting because, a lot of people will get all these different things about their voice mixed up, they'll lump projection, pitch, and resonance all into one when really they're very different things. Pitch is how deep or how high your voice is. Projection is how loud your voice is, and resonance is for where you're speaking and yeah. So yeah. How is it that you're younger than I don't know. You're 19. Why did I think I was 25? Yeah, I don't know why, because I don't think I look particularly old. And thanks for complimenting my intelligence. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Have I ever drank water? No, never. Never. I've never had any water in my life. Actually, never ever. Nope. No water is past my lips. Da, da, da. How long did you experiment in safe areas before you started presenting more publicly? Well, I cut my hair when I was 13 or 14. I think I was 14. Yeah, I was 14. And I just kind of progressively got more and more masculine. Like it wasn't really even intentional. What I did was I didn't really care about being in a well, no, I did care about being in a safe area, but in terms of like the way I express myself, I just started dressing how I wanted to. But I didn't tell anyone I was like I didn't come out as trans or anything. So like I changed my name to Mo, but I sort of just told everyone it was a nickname. And so I was closeted for quite a long time while people were like, what's your gender? So people would I actually did get harassed on the street quite a bit. Um so, but I never was like I was never like physically nobody ever physically hurt me in the street, but like I had quite a few people like yell stuff out to me, definitely, at certain points. And I'd also have people, if I went to a new place, um, people would think I was a dude, and then I'd have to sort of come out as a girl, and it was really awkward. That was a really awkward time. Hi Brennan, hi. Um, um, uh, RGR is going over your video yesterday, and she's streaming right now. Is it worth talking to her on stream? Um, uh, I don't really know if it would be a good idea for me to do that. But I don't know. Uh, yeah, well, you guys can keep me updated on what she's saying if you want. But I don't think I will talk to her. Sorry, how many people have I killed directly? Oh, I've lost count. Maybe 37. Um, how many legs does a squirrel have? Four. Four legs and three arms. Um, uh, do do I get euphoria when being gendered as male? Yes and no, because I don't identify as a dude, but sometimes I appreciate it when I get misgendered as a dude because it means people aren't seeing me as a woman. So I sort of yes, but not because it's like a dude, but sort of yeah, sort of like because when I was younger, people would often mistake me for a boy, but I don't really get misgendered as a boy so much now. It's usually a girl. So when I do get misgendered as a boy, I'm like, yeah, okay, hello, hello. My I don't know, because I always say my pronouns are they them, but I don't care if you call me he, because I'm non-binary, but I sort of I'm more masculine than yeah I'm more masculine. I'm getting top surgery and all that. Uh, duh, 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 duh. Wait, I have a question. How can you stop the social aspect from scarring you away from transitioning or experimenting with your identity? I don't know. I mean, I think it's really difficult, and it's different for everyone. And I think it's just sort of you've got to do what makes you happy and comfortable at the end of the day. Um, uh, but also you have to be safe. Like for me, I only was able to cut my hair after I'd moved schools and wasn't in such a because I was at the school that was really bad and everyone was really mean to me. Everyone was so horrible. So I moved, and then I was able to cut my hair because I was in a safer environment. But when I went out into town, sometimes that environment wasn't so safe, and I would get people yelling things at me. But I even when I was in sort of like town, I knew that I was never going to be like physically beaten up or anything. I might just have to deal with some not so nice things just yelled at me, and I can deal with that. So I think it's just kind of knowing what you can deal with while expressing yourself the way you want to. Um, Australian or Canadian? Neither. I am a New Zealander who was born in England. So yeah. Um, duh, 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 duh. Yeah. What is dysphoria? It seems like everyone has a different definition. Hope this isn't a bad question. Dysphoria is distress and discomfort related to the gender that you were assigned at birth. That is like the you know the definition really. Sometimes people will try and dilute it a little bit. Ironically, it's often the it's often true scum trans medicalists who end up diluting the definition of gender dysphoria because they don't want to be called transphobic, but they believe everyone must have gender dysphoria to be trans. So in order to do that, they dilute the definition and they say, oh, it's sort of like just feeling a disconnect, when it's like, no, this is like distress. Dysphoria is distress. And it's easy for me to say that because I don't think you need gender dysphoria to be trans. So I can say, well, gender dysphoria is distress, but you don't need that distress to be trans. Because I don't think it's helpful to dilute gender dysphoria, just as I don't think it's helpful to say that you need it to be trans. But yeah. Will I join Twitch? I've never thought about it before. I don't know, probably not, but maybe, I don't know. It's just, that would be stressful because it's more I have to think about. I don't know. But yeah, I wish good vibes on this channel. Thank you very much. Never call a Kiwi an Aussie. Yeah. But yeah, woo, New Zealand. Yeah. Do I have any outfit tips for looking more masculine? Yeah, baggy everything. Well, what I do is I buy trousers that are maybe like 1 or 2 sizes too big around the waist, and then I just wear about, and that way they fit my legs as they would like a dude. And so that makes you more masculine in that sense. And then yeah, yeah, that's kind of what I generally do. Are people very accepting where you live? I'm from Wellington, New Zealand, and now I live outside Christchurch, and I find Christchurch to be less open-minded and accepting as a whole. Yeah, I was living in Wellington last year and at the start of this year, and I'm going back to Wellington next year, but I'm in Dunedin right now. And I definitely think Dunedin is less accepting than Wellington. Dunedin is okay though. It's just a bit jarring because there are areas where it's super accepting, but then there are areas where it's super not accepting. So you'll go from one space where everyone's like yay, and then you'll turn the corner and then you'll get slurs shouted at you and you'll be like whoa. But yeah, a baggy open shirt over loose fitting pants is a good idea. Yeah, that very, very good. That's what I do most of the time. Yeah. I find it funny that people are asking me for fashion tips because I'm just like, I'm not wearing anything very nice right now. I'm wearing my pajama trousers and then just a coat. My favorite color is blue, and I love blue a lot. In your older videos and on Twitter, you mentioned British comedy shows such as The Inbetweeners. What other Britcoms or comedians do you like? Do you like Taskmaster? Sorry, I can't speak. Yeah, I haven't watched Taskmaster, but I like I like The Inbetweeners. I know it's so bad, but it's kind of good. It's kind of really funny. I like there's this TV show called Spy. Some of these shows, bear in mind, haven't aged particularly well, but I really liked them growing up. Spy is like it was either on ITV or Sky One, and in England it's really hard to find, but they do have it on Daily Motion and stuff. And It's so funny. It's so funny. It's like if you like The Inbetweeners, you'd like Spy. There were 2 seasons of it, and they were gonna have a third, but it was cancelled, and I'm so sad about it because it was so funny. Um, so yeah, that was another one I really liked. What else did I really like? There were so many comedies that I really liked, but I'm trying to think. I'll come back to that one. But yeah, I watched a bit of the IT Crowd. I never watched that much of it actually, but I know a lot of my friends were into it. But um, yeah, I'm trying to think because I watched so many series like the Inbetweeners and stuff like that. Probably when I was far too young, but you know, uh, yeah, I heard there was a transphobic episode on the IT Crowd as well, which is, um, a lot of shows haven't aged that well, which is sort of a shame. Um, um, I sort of, yeah, trying to find lots of people asking me questions, but I have missed them all. Um, there's too many things. Have I gotten top surgery? Not yet, but I am planning on it. Um, but yeah, sorry, I'm trying to. There's so much, too many questions. I'm losing them all. But yeah, I really like comedies, but I'm also really fussy when it comes to comedies. Um, uh, because I have a very specific sense of humor, and um, I quite like kind of dry humor and kind of I actually have a rather dark sense of humor, which a lot of people wouldn't expect, and sometimes I do get people get a little bit. It's a bit jarring because I don't know. Yeah, I have quite a dry sense of humor and quite a dark sense of humor, but also a stupid sense of humor. I really like puns. I really like puns, but the worst kind of puns ever. And I know a lot of people hate puns, but I will hear a word and then my brain will go, you want to make a pun? You want to make that a pun? Oh, Damo, hello. Um, um, brain shit been bad. I'm sorry. My brain has not been good either. So no worries. I have your necklace, and I really need to give you that necklace back. Um, but yeah, I hope you're doing okay, or at least as well as you can be. And yeah, if you need to message me anytime, do please do. But also, yeah, no pressure. I get it. Sometimes responding is very difficult. Um, yeah, I know. I need to send it to you. Uh, do I like Shaun of the Dead? See, I really like Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. And actually, I've never actually watched Shaun of the Dead, and I've been wanting to watch it since I was literally 11 years old. But I really don't like gore, and I don't like blood and stuff, and so I've sort of been putting it off. I've watched the World's End, and Hot Fuzz and Paul and a lot of their other things, but I've never watched Shaun of the Dead. And when I watch Hot Fuzz, because Hot Fuzz is quite gory too in many ways. I watched it when I was like 14, and I looked up on the parents guide. Every single moment there was a gory scene, so I knew when it was coming and I could look away. That's how much I don't like gore. But I find them really funny. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I love Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. Bo Burnham is really good too. Um, yeah, Graham Linehan is a transphobic, horrible human. Um, I don't plan on going on T. I might in the future, but I have no plans for it, and I don't. At least it's not like something I'm thinking about currently. But I am trying to get top surgery, and I'm sorting stuff out to do with that. I am neither a gamer or a furry. No, I'm more of a hermit artist. But yeah, Mo is such a cool name. Thanks. I do plan on making more LGBT content. I've got 2 video ideas. When are you coming to movie night? Is it movie night already? I thought it was going to be a lot longer. You said like 2 hours. Well, I can end this at some point soon. Okay, Brennan. Do I do digital art? I had to do a digital art course for art school. So I'm still learning how to do digital art. I'm not the best, but I've done a little bit. Trying to look. You've never been on T. No. I wish my voice sounded like yours. It is all resonance. It is resonance and inflection. That's yeah. Oh, you guys are so nice. Favorite Leica movie? Oh, now speaking my language. I love Leica. I'm trying to think of my favorite. I haven't watched all of their films. I always feel like I instinctively I want to say Coraline because it's like they're sort of it was the first Leica film I ever watched, and I just think it was so revolutionary. But they're sort of upping their game every single time. Like what was that called? The missing the one with the with Bigfoot and all that. That film was good too. I feel like in some ways, and the box trolls. I haven't actually watched the Two Strings film. Yeah, I haven't watched it. I really want to though. Missing Link, that's what it calls. Yeah, the Missing Link was really good and really cool, but I almost felt like I almost missed their older films. Oh, Norman as well. That's a really good one. But I felt like they'd almost upped their game too much because in the Missing Link, it didn't feel quite as stop motion like, and it was almost too good. And I really like in Coraline how it's a bit more obviously stop motion. So I kind of it was so smooth that it almost didn't look like stop motion. That's exactly. And I although I really appreciated that, I love the look of stop motion. Fantastic Mr. Fox. Fantastic Mr. Fox is fantastic. Yeah. Yeah. I really I'm a huge fan of stop motion. I've actually got a wee stop motion puppet that I made right here. I've only ever made one, and this is the first one I've made, so it'll be a bit nice about it. But this is the guy. His name's Herbie. I gave it to my mom, and a little. But yeah, that's what I made. Sorry for the silly question, but would you say your accent leans more on Kiwi or RP English? I have more of a British accent than I do a New Zealand accent, but it kind of fluctuates a little bit because when I'm hanging out with my friends, I kind of end up sounding a bit more New Zealand-ish. But when I'm kind of by myself, and especially when I'm anxious or when I'm like talking in front of like the camera, I often end up sounding a lot more British. I don't know why. I think it's just kind of an anxiety thing. And also, when I'm around my friends, I probably mimic them a little bit, because as most people do. But yeah, how did I make Herbie? I found it crack up when people thought you sounded Kiwi till you were next to me on stream and you sounded way posh. Yeah, my accent is kind of all over the place. It's incredibly inconsistent, and it doesn't make much sense. I think it's very much New Zealander who was born in Britain and maintain their British accent, but kind of speaks like a New Zealander sometimes. They get an American accent when they talk to me. I do not. That is a lie. Then they thought I was Australian. Yeah, I don't think you sound particularly Australian. When I come up to Wellington next year, we're gonna have to. Well, I might even come up at the end of this year. I don't know. We're gonna have to do another live stream together if you're keen. And trying to read comments. Have I watched the show Feel Good? I haven't, but I know the comedian. Yeah, I like some of. I think it's she her pronouns. Am I don't know, but I think it is. But I liked a lot of her stand-up comedy because I saw her on like Russell Howard show. I liked Russell Howard a lot when I was a kid. And I only hear your accent when you say data. Yeah, I say data. I think most people in New Zealand say data though. I don't know. It's a neurodivergent thing to reflect accents. Yeah. Somebody said something about Merlin. So I think the dragon in Merlin is a bad guy. What are you talking about? So many things. The first season of Feel Good is kind of like a gay movie for straights. Am I an anarchist? I don't really give myself political labels. I simply say that I don't like capitalism. And I'm not a fan of like, yeah, I just say I don't like capitalism because I feel like that's the most I'm able to like, that's the farthest I'm gonna push myself into a corner because, you know, I can say capitalism sucks. Yeah, I can look at the world around me and say, yeah, it's not really doing a good job. It's not working. But that doesn't mean I know the solution. So, because when you know, if you call yourself a communist, a socialist, blah 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 blah, then it's like you're sort of saying, well, this is the way that I think would be better, and that's the way that I think we should try and fix things. And I'm like, I don't know what would be better. A lot of these things sound better, but out of all of these, which one is the best of all of them? I don't know. So yeah, I just say I don't like capitalism. I'm leftist. I'm progressive. I don't like capitalism, but I don't know anything else. Is it rude when Americans try and do accents? No, it is never rude when. Well, sorry, let me rephrase that. Doing accents on itself, you know, on its own, is not rude unless you're, you know, doing an accent to kind of mock someone in a racist way. But like just practicing accents and, you know, different dialects and stuff, that's not racist or offensive or anything. It's only if, you know when people put on different accents to, you know, be racist or like, you know, just, or even like cultural appropriation sometimes can be like that as well. But like, yeah, if I was to try and do a New Zealand accent, or if you were trying to do a British accent, or just anything like that, no, it's not offensive. Do I like camping? Yes, I do. I really do. Do I use a microphone, or am I filming from a mobile device like an iPhone? I'm just filming from my computer. Yeah. I don't have anything. I don't have a special setup. I just thought I'd do a quick live stream to answer some questions if you had any. But yeah. Bum 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 bum. Also, I know people. My friends wanting me to do a film night with them, so I have to do a film night with them at some point. We're gonna watch The Fox and the Hound because I've never watched it before. You know, so that will be good time, good fun. When did I start learning the ukulele? Thank you. Sorry, I've seen your question a few times, and I haven't got around to answering it. So I have been playing the ukulele for maybe 2.5 years now. I'm gonna say 2.5 years, maybe a bit less. 2 years and a few months. Yeah. Well, tell Brennan, you have to tell me when I have to come and go on. Tell me when I need to come to film night, please. Yeah, you have to tell me. Um, what about a white person doing an Asian accent? I don't really know. I'm very white. I feel like I'm probably not the best person to answer that question. um, but yeah, I feel like it's probably contextual. But yeah, you probably best to avoid doing that because it's probably quite yeah, I'd probably avoid it, but I don't know. Yeah, and I'm not the person to ask. We're both ready for you whenever you want. I don't give me a choice, please. You have to tell me when. You have to tell me. I don't know. I don't know how. Yeah, you have to tell me. Um, this is the first stream I've joined. I have to leave soon though. Oh well, thank you so much for joining. I hope you have enjoyed this rather all over the place stream. But yeah, I just wanted to drop by and be like, hello. Thank you for thanks. Yeah. Yeah. Neurodivergent people versus making choices. It's so stressful. It is an impossible challenge. Thank you, Thea. Oh, thanks for the 20. Thanks for the £20. Go watch your film. Oh, I feel so bad for leaving people. Everyone's telling me to watch. Maybe I should watch the film. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. I hope you're having a good day or a good evening. Or just whatever time it is where you are. Yeah, I really appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, go watch your movie. How much is £20 in New Zealand dollars? It's probably 38 New Zealand dollars, maybe. And I don't know how much it is in American dollars. I'll go watch your film. Well, do you know what I'll do? I'll say in because I'll make it a round. I'll make it a round number, and I'll say in because it's currently I've been live streaming for 42 minutes now. So I'll leave in 8 minutes, and then it will be a round number. Do I want any more piercings or tattoos? Yeah, probably, maybe. I have a piercing here. I love it. It's my favorite thing ever. I also have my ears pierced here, but I don't wear earrings there very much because I don't know. Sometimes it makes me a bit dysphoric. I would like to get like a second ear piercing there and maybe more there, but yeah, sometimes yeah. And I would kind of like a nose piercing, but again, I've kind of got like I don't know if it would suit my nose. And also I'm scared of having a hole in my nose forever. And I don't have any tattoos. But I really like the look of tattoos, but I don't quite know what career I'm going into yet. So I sort of want to wait a bit and see where life takes me before I get tattoos. But we'll just leave in 20 minutes and make it a round hour. Do you not want me to come and watch a film then, Brendan? I don't know. Maybe yeah, I can. Well, I'll come to film night too. I do not have a tattoo on my butt. Shut up, Brennan. You're so annoying. You're just making up lies right now. You're just making up lies. Please, Brennan, don't give them ideas. Movie night. Okay, well, I will. I'll come to the movie night soon. Yeah. You should try out fake piercings, or we can join you on stream. I don't know how to do that. I would let you join. I would let you. You can join me. I don't know how to do it though, because I'm just, I don't know. What film are we gonna watch? We're gonna watch Fox and the Hound. Because I haven't watched it before. And that's exciting. Yeah. I sort of I'm looking into being either an art teacher or kind of working in stop motion, and tattoos would be okay with either of those jobs. But when I was a kid, I really wanted to do acting, and I do some acting occasionally, and I just don't quite know whether that's something I want to pursue long term. I feel like maybe not, but I don't really know. So I just want to wait a little bit just to kind of, because acting is one of the things where tattoos can affect. Yeah, but yeah, I I think, am I trans? Yes. Do I like edgy jokes? Or, yeah, I do. As long as I don't know, my rule of comedy is punch up, not down. If you're writing edgy jokes that are punching up, then I will probably like them an awful lot. But as soon as you start punching down, you've lost me, and I think you're just being a bigot. But yeah, I think edgy jokes can be really funny and powerful. Am I sitting on the floor? Yeah, I am. Um, yeah. Who are my favorite comedians? Oh, I don't I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I like to watch lots of different comedians. I haven't watched many comedians recently, but I've watched, comedians in real life. I've been to a few gigs, but I like Bo Burnham. I also like, I quite like, uh, what's it called? Um, I saw Daniel Sloss. I quite like him. um, duh, 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 duh. Trying to see. Oh, I liked Hannah is that Hannah Gatsby? Was that her name? Yeah, James Acaster's cool too. There are lots of cool people. Trying to find Mo's 47 years old. Yeah, I'm 47. I'm 19. Have you seen Inside from Bo Burnham? No, not yet. I haven't. But I want to. Yeah, Daniel Sloss is really cool. Hannah Gatsby, yeah. Uh, I use they them pronouns. I'm non-binary slash trans masculine. Duh, duh, duh. I look really cold. I'm actually not that cold, but it is really cold where I am. Oh, I saw Catherine Tate live, actually. I saw Catherine Tate live. It's so good. Yeah. I can't. We have to watch it next movie night. Okay. I'm down. I'm really keen. I love me some good comedy. Uh, I like, what else? I'm trying to think of different comedians I've seen. I haven't seen many comedians in a while. I think that's the thing. Oh, I've been watching a little bit of Guy Williams, New Zealand comedian. He's just got a show on, and I he's quite funny. Uh, I don't want to watch Inside. I just got my meds right. um, right. Is it normal to have doubts about being trans? Also, I love your videos. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think so. I think everyone really kind of has doubts at some point. I think if you're looking to kind of physically and medically transition, you really want to think things through in terms of, like, if you do have doubts, realize that it is normal to have doubts. Most people do have doubts, but also just kind of be careful and make sure that, those doubts are, like, I don't know, you just think things through. But yeah, I think it's pretty normal. I think everyone has doubts at some point. We have doubts about everything. Often our minds will just kind of like run through the worst scenarios. We'll have intrusive thoughts as well. So, like, I don't think, if I feel like often there's a narrative that, everyone knows right from the minute they pop out the womb that they're trans, and they never have any doubts, when that's not the case. Some people transition like way later in life, and, some people have lots of doubts, but then it's the right thing. But yeah, if when it comes to medical transition, doubts are something that you do want to be careful about, and you do want to talk to people, introspection. Don't rush into anything. But in a more general sense, yeah, You know, I sort of I don't have as many doubts now. I'm pretty comfortable and confident in myself, and yeah, I rarely have doubts now, but back when I was figuring myself out, I had loads of doubts all the time. I was like, "Am I just doing it for attention?" I was like, "What if this is the wrong thing?" You know, I had loads of doubts, but a lot of that was just internalized transphobia and me not able to accept myself. Um, and yeah, so I think it's different for everyone. Just take your time, um, be careful, do a lot of thought, but don't don't dismiss yourself because you have doubts. But likewise, don't dismiss your doubts. Yeah. So don't dismiss yourself and say that you're not trans because you have doubts, but don't dismiss your doubts because they might be there for a reason. I don't know. Yeah. So I guess that's kind of what I would say. Oh, I think it is. It's probably time for me to go now. I don't know. I might just read a few more things just because. Yes. But I do have to. I have to go and watch my film night because we're going to watch Fox and the Hound. Does it get exhausting having to explain your gender and pronouns all the time? I've considered experimenting with they them, but it sounds like a lot to deal with. Yeah, it can be really it can be really annoying, not gonna lie. But I try and what I try and do is I try and sort of surround myself by people I don't need to explain myself to. So a lot of my friends are either trans themselves, or they're queer in some way, or they're just quite educated around those topics. So I can just, I don't need to worry about it, which is kind of the biggest thing I can suggest. Just surround yourself by people you don't have to explain yourself to. But yeah, it can be really frustrating sometimes. Definitely. I think a lot of the time I just have to kind of put up with it and just go, I don't just try not to care because, any non-binary creator suggestions? Yeah, I do. Milo Stewart, Brennan Beckwith, Ash Hardell. Those are three really good people. How often do I live stream? Not very often. I just thought I'd live stream today to say hello and thank you and give you a space to ask questions. Would I want facial hair? Maybe. Sometimes I do see people with like them nice kind of like scruffy beards, and I'm like, I would kind of like me, I just think it looks so rugged and like cool, and I'd appreciate that. But I'm not looking at going on T, so I don't know if that would ever be something that I don't know. See, that's the thing. That's why T is so annoying for me, because there are some changes where I'm like, I would really appreciate that, but then there are some changes where I'd be like, no. So I don't know. Have I seen George Carlin? No, I haven't. But I will have to check him out. And oh, that's a super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jace. Oh, I don't want to ruin your name. Is it Jason? Jess? I don't know. Oh, thank you so much for the $8. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Oh, that's really kind. Yeah, thank you. I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a good evening, whatever time it is for you. Thank you. Yeah, lumberjack Mo. Yeah. Jason Nebula. Is that it? Jason Nebula. Oh, Jason Nebula. Oh, awesome. Cool. Thank you. Yeah. I just want a flat chest and short hair. No, hell yeah, go for it. That's, but yeah. But yeah, do I like Family Guy? I've never actually watched Family Guy. So yeah, I never really watched a lot of those cartoons. I found their voices kind of annoying. Yeah. But yeah, Yeah, Mo gets so excited by the super chats, but they don't read the question in them. I did read the question. I read the question before I said thank you for the super chat. Actually, Brennan, I did read the question. Thank you. Retracting your message. Um, um, the only one I can recommend is BoJack Horseman. Yeah, I had a lot of people I know recommend that one. So yeah, I am. Yeah, deleted. Yeah, that's right, Brennan. Delete your message. But yeah, I've heard BoJack Horseman's really good. Message retract. You you like my hat? Well, thank you. Yeah, Brennan, how do you feel? You've been, you have been, I don't know, proven wrong. There's an ace character. Yeah, I've heard that, which is cool because there's not much ace representation. It appears you didn't listen. You never listen. Oh, did I already read that out? I can't remember if I read it in my head or not. Well, I did. You never listen to me, Brennan. Can I say fuck? Yes, I can. Fuck. There we are. I find it so funny when people want me to swear. People used to do that at school because I don't know, a lot of the time, because I don't know, I have a rather posh accent. I am aware of that. But I also have a dry sense of humor, and I'm rather sarcastic. But also, I don't really understand other people's sarcasm, which is not a great mix, because no one will understand my sarcasm, and I'll be like, why can't anyone understand my sarcasm? But then I can't understand anyone else's sarcasm. But I'd often say sarcastic things, and people at school would think I was serious. I'd say things like, "Oh yeah, I love maths," and people would think that I was being serious. So they thought I was a bit of a, I don't know, that they just thought that I was so. So when I swore, they'd be like, "Whoa!" Or they'd swear around me. They'd be like, "Oh fuck! Oh, I'm so sorry, Mo." And I'd be like, "You can say fuck around me. It's okay." Oh wow! Thank you so much. Frog profile picture person. Thank you. Oh, just wanted to say hi from Russia. Hi from New Zealand. Love your videos. You've made me so much happier with who I am. Thank you. Oh well, I'm really glad that I could help you. That's really thank you. That's big. That means a lot. So thank you. Yeah, thanks so much. What's my favorite dad joke? Oh well, I have a lot of favorite dad jokes, but this is a great one, right? Okay. What do you call a rabbit without an R? A bunny. You call it a bunny. That's not funny. Do I like Destiny? Not really. No, he seems just no, not really. No. Sorry if you're a fan of Destiny, but he just no. No. That is a lovely joke. Thank you so much. That's all right. I think it's a really good joke too. Um, da, 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 da. Do I have any pets? No, I don't have any pets. I used to have rats a few years ago, but they passed away of old age. But yeah. How high can my voice go? Hi, hi, hi. I don't know, something like that. Hi, no. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. That was embarrassing. How do you have a deep voice? I don't know. Do I have a deep voice? Thanks. I can make my voice go so deep, boy. I'm stupid. Has anyone made you fan art? Yeah, they have sometimes, and I always really appreciate it. I think that's so kind that people take the time out of their day to make me something. So yeah. Yeah. Do you like the range? The range of my voice is fantastic. Yeah. Can I do an Elvis impersonation? Honestly, no, I don't think so, because I need to listen to maybe at some point when I have the way that he sounds in my head. Favorite song? That's a really difficult question, but I'm going to say "Love Music Part 3" by Ren. But that's just one of many. Do I like Pastel Bao? Yeah. She's really nice. She did a little interview with me on her channel at one point. Very nice. Do I dislike Riley? I don't dislike Riley. No. No, I don't. But I don't think she likes me very much. But I don't dislike her. No. I don't we're not exactly best buds, but no, I don't feel any animosity really. I don't have enough energy for that. I can't be bothered, you know. Um, um, I'm sure she does some, good work in the law stuff, and yeah. If we're talking about Riley Grace Rochon here, I'm assuming, but yeah. Thank you so much for the $5, Carol. Bravo with a little. Is that a fox or is that a dog or is that a cat? So it's a little animal saying bravo. Yeah. Yeah. I don't actually pass as male very well in real life, but thank you. Yeah, thanks. Go watch your film. Yeah, I need to. I need to go watch my film. If I get there and they're both gone, it would be so sad. Um, um, but yeah, okay. I will. Just gonna see if there's any. I might read out. Okay, I'm gonna read out 3 more questions, and then I'm gonna head off. And yeah, so you've gotta give me 3 good questions, and then I'll go and I'll do my film night. Everyone's just saying bye now. Uh, do I watch anime? No, I don't actually. I've never really watched anime. I've watched a couple of Studio I don't even know how to pronounce it. That's terrible. Those I've watched like maybe one of those. So many different things that are coming up here. Okay. How do I read? For too many questions. I shouldn't have said that because now I can't. Am I planning to make a video about the current situation of transgender athletes? Probably not. I don't know. I'm going to do a video on trans medicalism, but I'm not sure if I'll touch on that topic. I don't know. Do I watch Marvel? Yeah, I've actually been watching Marvel with Brennan. I'd never watched Marvel before, but he forced me to watch it, and I really like it. Oh, my favorite Merlin character is Merlin because Merlin is the best, and I love him. And I probably accidentally based my personality on him when I was a kid because I'm neurodivergent. But yeah. Oh, thank you, Carol, again. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Have a good night. You are so gorgeous inside and out. Oh, thank you. Thanks. I really appreciate that. I hope you have a good night and a good day and good time in general. But yeah, thank you. Okay, I am gonna head out now. But thank you so much for watching this silly little Q&A. Yeah. Okay. Au revoir. Cool.